Hi friends, my name is Kim. Welcome to Healing Place Cottage. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm so happy to have you with me today. Today we're going to make a recipe from Taste of Home Healthier Cooking Annual Recipes 2021. And the recipe can be found on page 129, Stovetop Main Dishes. And we're going to make pork chops with Dijon sauce. So the first thing that we're told to do is to take our pork chops, sprinkle with salt and pepper, and place them in a skillet that has cooking spray. I'm going to go ahead and just put olive oil in there, and we will put them in the skillet. And then we'll sprinkle with salt and pepper. And then while we're doing that, we're going to make a side dish that's one of my favorite things. It's called sloppy potatoes. And when I was in high school, I went with a friend to her family in Tennessee, and one of the ladies made sloppy potatoes, and this is my version of those. I don't really remember if it's exact. I just know it's something that is quick and simple and very, very good. So I'm making it with 2 potatoes today. You can make as much of it as you would like, but since I only make small batches of things, I'm only making it with 2 potatoes. And I typically make this with a sweet onion, a yellow onion, but I don't have that. So I have a red onion, and I'm just going to cut that into slices. We're going to add that in. And again, you use as much or as little as you would like. I like a lot of onion. I think we've talked about that. Onion's one of my favorite ingredients. And then you just cover your potatoes with water. So you just want those to be covered, not submerged deeply, just enough to cover them. And then you're going to add, for this amount, probably a half a stick of butter. And I put it in slices so that it melts quicker. Then we're going to add salt and pepper. You want to be generous with this for whatever reason. It never feels like I add enough salt and pepper. And that is all there is to sloppy potatoes. You just boil this until The potatoes are done, and it makes the water evaporate, but then it starts to incorporate with the starches in the potatoes, and it makes it sort of like a sauce, or like a sloppy, soupy kind of potato. We want to cook these for about 4 to 6 minutes on each side, these pork chops. We'll go ahead and check the temperature of our pork chops. We want them to reach 145, and they are there. So we remove those from the skillet. And our next step is to take, I'm going to turn the heat down just a hair, to take 1/3 of a cup of chicken broth, add that to the skillet, and then add 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, and 1/3 of a cup of half and half. And we'll stir that up. Also whisk up some of the brown bits that are in the pan from frying our pork chops. So it says to bring this to a boil. And then we're going to reduce the heat to simmer and let it thicken. Our potatoes are thickening up. I'm going to reduce the heat on those. So you can see they've thickened up. And they're breaking up nicely, so we can just keep those warm while our sauce does its thing. Today is actually Thanksgiving Day. Have you had a good Thanksgiving? Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? Tell me in the comments what you did today. I did not do anything today. This is what I'm cooking for my dinner, and tomorrow is actually my celebration of Thanksgiving. I think I mentioned that in one of my recent videos, that my son is in Michigan today with his wife and my granddaughters visiting my daughter-in-law's family, and then they will actually travel to Dayton tomorrow, and we will have pizza. And I actually last night I made some potato salad. I made my mom's recipe for potato salad, which I feel like it didn't do hers justice, but it's pretty good. But she had to have had a secret ingredient that I just didn't know. I just don't know about, because it's always just a little bit different than hers, because hers was just out of this world good. But she would make her sauce with Miracle Whip and mustard, apple cider vinegar, and sugar, and and salt and pepper. And mine tasted a little sweet yesterday, although today it was much better. But I'll take that over tomorrow, and I know that doesn't sound like it goes well with pizza, but I was just in the mood for potato salad, and I think my family will be tickled. to have that. So looking forward to that. And I'm going to make a charcuterie board, and I think that I will videotape that as I start to prepare that charcuterie board. I'm going to make a cheese ball, and I have different meats and cheeses and olives, and we'll put that together and take that over there. So it looks like our sauce is coming up to a boil. We'll let that so I didn't know what a rolling boil meant, and I recently learned what a rolling boil means, and it means you can't stir it down. So a rolling boil means that as you stir it, it continues to boil. Whereas right now, when I stir it, the boiling stops. So that's not a rolling boil, and it didn't ask us to bring it to a rolling boil. I wanted to share with you because I didn't honestly know what a rolling boil meant, but it just means that you can't stir it down. So we're just waiting for this sauce to thicken, and then we will plate up our dish. As you can see, our sauce has thickened, and I have gone ahead and added some to our plate, and we will give this a taste. That is delicious. I thought that the Dijon mustard would be too strong. I especially thought so because I thought I put more than 2 tablespoons in. It's smooth. That half and half just smooths out and mellows that. You've got the chicken broth in there. It's absolutely delicious. And our potatoes, let's give those a try. It's a great compliment. They're creamy and buttery, and the onion is sweet, and it's just a delicious dish. So this is a winner for me. I'm going to copy down this recipe as one that I'm going to keep and make again. So if you just ate the pork chop without the potatoes, it would be 283 calories, 14 grams of fat, 1 carbohydrate, and 34 grams of protein. And here is what I ran my potatoes through the calculator, and they would be 291 calories. Fat would be 23, and that's if you ate half the pan. I would say you could probably get 4 servings out of that, so you could cut this in half. But 23 grams of fat, 20 carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, so that'd bring your carbs down to 17, and protein 2.6. But like I said, I think you could cut that in half, so you'd be at about 150 calories and 10 grams of carbohydrates. So if you added that to this, you're still looking at only 11 grams of carbs and about 433 calories. And that's not bad for a meal. You could add a green vegetable to go with it, maybe some sauteed spinach. That would be delicious. So I think this is a winner. Really like this sauce, and we'll definitely make this again. If you don't already follow me on Instagram or Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube, my channel is Healing Place Cottage, and I also have a website, healingplacecottage.com, where I post diabetic friendly recipes, low carb recipes, and where we journey together into a lifestyle that's healthier and healing. I look forward to cooking with you again soon. Take care, everyone.